So I'm sure you can hear it in the background. If not, we can go look at it. The HEPA filter is running in that bathroom because it's not fixed yet. But hopefully, finally, in the upcoming week, construction is going to start on that bathroom and it'll finally get done. They estimated about a week to get done, so maybe in 2 weeks I'll have my bathroom and laundry back and everything. Anyway, we're looking at a pile of seeds because this is what right? I keep saying I'm not going to plant anything early. It's too much work. My back is too bad. And then I looked through my seeds this morning and decided, you know what? I want to start all of this stuff early. The problem is I don't actually have room for all of this in those seedling pots that I have. Maybe if I put it in those little tiny, like the seedling starter thing with the clear cover that goes over it, but they're really small, so I don't, and it's a pain to wash out, but I mean, maybe I might have to do it. I don't know. I went and filled up some of those 4-inch pots with soil this morning though, because I'm thinking of planting in those instead. You know, maybe I'll just put 2 plants in each one of those and then just have to split them up later. Maybe that's how I'll do it. So this is like 18, no, more like 20 varieties of things that I was thinking of starting inside early. But I only have like 15 pots, so I'm gonna have to sort something out. Maybe I'll have to like double up on some stuff. I kicked the dandelion and cabbage and what else was it? Well, why don't we stop staring at this because it's kind of boring. So it's kind of these guys. So cabbage, dandelions, and violets out. Let's sit on the porch, pull out this rocking chair that I haven't sat in months. So, ooh, how am I doing? I went to go see the surgeon for my 6-week follow-up earlier this week. It's Saturday, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, and I couldn't move because I don't know what happened to me Sunday night, but I went to go turn over in bed and suddenly breathtaking pain and I couldn't move, and I was like, no, not again, not more problems. So I went to go see him and he put me on one of those step down steroid packs for a week, and then I asked him about going to see the physio chiropractic office again to go get some massage set up in case there was scar tissue. I was assuming there was going to be a bunch, but the surgeon told me, oh no, because it was, what's the word, arthroscopic or whatever, because it was such a small hole, there shouldn't be too much scar tissue to break up, but I still want to see them because I'm sure the rest of my back is messed up. So he said okay to go see the physio office. Hopefully you can hear me over this wind, and hopefully you can hear my nice chime. So when I went to go see the physio, he did a couple of evaluation things on me, and he says he thinks I sprained my lumbosacral ligament. And based on how I was moving and what he was describing that as and what the symptoms would be, I think I agree with him. So apparently I've sprained my back one day before it would have been 6 weeks after surgery. So I'm trying to, well, I guess not, but for me, I'm trying to take it easy. So today I moved those seedlings out. I filled up some more seedling pots in that big rectangular gray tub that I keep seedlings in. And this took a couple hours, so it took like 3 or 4 hours this morning. So I also went out in the garden and poured the rest of my powdered fertilizer all over everything because I couldn't get compost out everywhere, right? Because either the compost wasn't done or it was too hard for my back before, or both sort of situation. So I put the powdered fertilizer all over the garden, and I ripped up some of the twigs that were still on the trellises from the peas and the beans last year, and then I went and planted sugar snap and snow peas on the same trellis that they were on last year. I put fava beans in the ground again where I tried to start those seedlings last year and they just ended up dying with all of the frost. I haven't figured out how to grow those yet, but hopefully this will be the charm. And I also put English peas on that same trellis, so English peas and fava beans. And then I put some rattle poppies in where those little baby endives and lettuces were sprouting in the fall. And I also put Swiss chard on the other half of that bed that doesn't have anything other than those Green Mountain potato onions. I don't make rows, I just spread it around as you do. And the bed next to it that has a sorrel in it and big sage kind of taking over everything, I spread around a bunch of different kinds of radish seeds in that. Oh, and also I put some parsnip seeds around raspberry and currant bush in those big pots. So it's supposed to rain and be above freezing for till I want to say like Thursday night or Friday night of this upcoming week. I think we only have like one day where it isn't supposed to rain, so it's going to be kind of wet and rainy. Hopefully, if those seeds all sprout, the frost that's coming afterwards doesn't take them out. Either that or they kind of get the picture that it's still pretty cold at night and they don't actually sprout, because it's going to be 40s at night anyway. So I'm excited. It's kind of pre-garden, pre-game time. I don't know if now is the right time to be planting out the peas and stuff, because I still haven't figured it out for here. Last year I didn't make it because it was, what was it? The garden was still kind of messy because I couldn't clean up stuff in the fall because my back was bad. And the year before I didn't actually have a garden in the yard yet, because that's when I moved here and I was still waiting on a fence and those guys to put the fencing around the garden and for me to put the beds together and get the dirt out there and everything. So this is the first year that hopefully I've actually got the space and the time and the timing right on it all, so maybe I'll actually have a large load of peas and stuff this spring, which I'm excited about. I had gotten a purple sugar snap pea, so I planted that out. So I alternated the green and the purple, and I put them in the same spot as I grew the snaps and the snow peas last year too. So I'll have alternating interesting colors of stuff, like I alternated the purple and the green fava beans too. So we'll see how it works out. Oh, and the little, I think it was thyme, the little thyme bush that was squished in between the beans and the sage in the southernmost bed where I tried growing those watermelons last year and where there's a bunch of rhubarb. So I dug that out today while I was out there and moved it to the bed where all of the asparagus is. And hopefully it does better there, because it was definitely pretty shaded out last year. I think it has a couple of green leaves on it, so I think I put at least one live piece of, I think it's thyme in there, and hopefully it'll take off next year. I hope it likes lots of sun. I don't know. So I think I should give it a rest for the rest of today. If not the weekend, if not the next couple of weeks. I definitely want to put up that bird net again sometime soon. I don't think it'll snow again, we'll see, and I also have that little trellis in the center from the passion fruits now to hold up the bird net so it doesn't rip as bad as it did last year. But my back definitely isn't in a state where I can really do that right now. The neighbors just down the street from me on the corner, who also have a nice little Victorian house, they gave me a tour of it this morning. Oh my god, it's so cute. It has those interesting like landings, and you turn and you go a different way up 2 steps, or turn and go a different way up 3 steps in it, like old Victorians sometimes do. It's great. My house is a little bit more straightforward but also charming. So they offered to help me, because actually one of them has to go get back surgery too, and they also garden too. So I offered to give them some seeds, but either they don't like peas too much, or they're not ready to plant yet, or they're dealing with other stuff, because the back surgery over there is in a couple of days. So I'm sort of on track. It could be worse. There's definitely plenty to do around the yard. I got my first daffodil out here. I'm looking at it right now. First daffodil opened up. I need to trim the bushes up here. I need to go water the currant gooseberry cuttings in the cellar, and the rose cuttings too. There's always weeding to be done around the edges of the driveway and the paving stones up front here. I mean, but hopefully I can get back on it soon. I think it'll be a slow build up, probably over the next month or so to get my strength back, considering I sprained my back, right? So I'll definitely need physical therapy to figure out how to walk squarely and straightly and keep that one foot that was having problems, that had the sciatic nerve pain down the whole entire leg, under me squarely, because it was definitely giving out this morning when I was squatting around planting those peas and stuff. But I'm optimistic that I may make it just in time to garden this year with everything, so maybe the back surgery was perfectly timed. Okay, the wind is a little bit cold, so I'm getting a little bit cold, so I'll go inside, but I think this has been long enough for a garden vlog anyway, with the little intro there. Maybe we'll go show you that bathroom. I don't know if I've showed it to you yet. Hold on. See this? No floor. HEPA filter. Anyway, still needs work, but that's a different vlog. So, see you next week. Bye.